I showed my great-grandmother the tattoo I'd gotten to honor our family. She smiled. Then she grabbed my arm. Her fingers traced the ink with awe, reverence, and then confusion. "Who's AJ?" she asked. My heart stopped. My mouth dried up. "Who's AJ?" She pointed. "Right there, tucked into the folds of a design I thought I knew by heart. The initials A and J, or maybe T. But either way, they didn't belong." And in that moment, something sacred unraveled. This wasn't just ink. It was a tribute, a legacy, a connection spanning 4 generations of blood and memory. But now, it was tainted. Let me take you back. When I walked into the tattoo shop, I wasn't just some kid chasing cool ink. I came with a purpose. I carried a photo, an old weathered image of a tattoo worn by my father, his tribute to my grandfather, a design that echoed even further back to my great-grandfather. 3 men, 3 generations, 1 symbol. And now, it was my turn. I handed the photo to the artist, a woman named Alice Trevor. I told her everything. How this wasn't just art, but a living connection. How every line, every shade needed to be exactly like the photo. No tweaks, no flair, no signatures. She nodded. She listened. I paid. I sat in the chair. And for those hours, I trusted her. When it was done, I looked in the mirror. It was beautiful, familiar, right. I left the shop proud, whole. For a few weeks, I walked through the world with a silent strength. I felt like my grandfather was close, like I was carrying him with me. Until that day with my great-grandmother. Until she saw something I hadn't. Until she asked, "Who's AJ?" And everything changed. At first, I didn't believe it. I thought she was mistaken. But I looked closer, and there it was, hidden, woven into the curves. Subtle, but not subtle enough. The letters, AJ, or AT, and my artist's name, Alice Trevor. I felt betrayed, sick, like someone had snuck into my memory and left their name on the grave. So I reached out to Alice. I didn't come in swinging. I was irritated, confused. I wanted to understand. She replied with this calm, condescending tone. Said the style I got was called traditional. Said it's pretty trad for artists to hide their initials in the design. As if that explained it. As if that excused it. I reminded her. I told her exactly what I wanted. No changes. No additions. This wasn't her canvas. It was my skin. She brushed it off like it was nothing, like I was the problem for noticing. I asked for a partial refund. She refused. So I took it to the shop owner, and that's when things got ugly. The owner listened, heard the full story, looked at the design, and agreed. This crossed a line. He told Alice to issue a full refund, and she did. But instead of apologizing, she declared war. She took to social media, accused me of overreacting, said I ruined her career, said she might leave the shop, started a full-on smear campaign, painting me as the ungrateful client who couldn't appreciate art. My sister saw the posts, called me dramatic, said I was being petty, that I should have let it go. But I can't. Because every time I look at that tattoo now, I don't just see my grandfather. I see a mark that was never supposed to be there. A name I didn't choose. A reminder that even when you think someone understands, when you tell them clearly what matters to you, they might still do what they want instead. They might take something sacred and sign it. Like you're a page in their sketchbook, not a person. I didn't get that tattoo to carry someone else's ego. I got it to carry my family. And she branded me like property. So, am I the asshole? Was I wrong to care this much? to demand that my body be mine, that a tribute to my father, to his father, to the man before him, stay pure? Was it really too much to expect that an artist not insert themselves into my history? Or is this one of those moments where standing up for yourself, quietly, firmly, means being called the villain by those who think their work matters more than your boundaries? So I'll ask you, what would you have done? Would you have stayed silent? Or would you have spoken up, even when the world said sit down? And now, a word from the vault. You know, stories like these, they're not just about tattoos. They're about trust, consent, control. It's easy to say, it's just a little detail. You didn't even notice. What's the big deal? But it is a big deal. Because when someone asks for something simple, please don't change this. Please don't leave your mark. And you ignore that, you're not creating art. You're crossing a line. There's a difference between expression and invasion, between creativity and control. And sometimes it's not about how big the violation was. It's about the principle. Because if someone can't respect your body, your story, your boundaries, what else might they do when you're not looking? So here's the reflection. What invisible marks are we allowing people to leave on us just because we didn't catch them right away? And what would it mean to finally say, this is my skin, my story, you don't get to sign it? This has been AITA Story Vault. If you've ever been marked without permission, emotionally, physically, or otherwise, drop a comment below. Let's talk about it. Your story might be the one someone else needs to hear. We'll see you in the next one.